everybody, welcome back to the Emerald Coast, where we have what may be some short-term testing before final release. How's everybody's Friday been? Tell you what, I had a hectic Friday myself. Where can I buy herbicide? Can I even buy herbicide? Maybe not. All right. Yeah. It's twice. That's twice we've had that happen. One more time and we're gonna have to change our plans. I've had such a busy Friday. I've had this for about 24 hours. And this is literally about 20 minutes ago was the first time I had a chance to fire this version up. Ravenhawk, what is up? What is up? We might have to put it into this soon. I'm going to give it one more chance. The map just crashed. Well, it's in the menus. I'm thinking it relates to traffic. We'll see. We'll see. There was an issue earlier with traffic. When traffic would complete one loop, it would blow up. And that might be what we're going on here. Because it blew up right before the stream started. It blew up about a minute ago. I'm going to give it one more chance. If it blows up, I'm going to have to turn traffic off. Nothing in the log. This is seed. I don't want to buy seed. I don't want to buy fertilizer. Is there any place to buy bulk herbicide? If not, we'll have to go over to the shop. Oh, okay. Let's head down there. We're also going to have some caching of textures. I updated my graphics driver last night after the live stream. We'll see. I looked in a log before I fired it up this time, and there was nothing really there. Last entry was me saving the game, which I did about 2 minutes before the crash. Took out some spraying contracts just for funsies. Sander Bull, what's up? Will, how you doing tonight? Corey, Optimus is here. Snowman 32. What is up? Gregory, there it goes. There it goes. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know anything about traffic splines. Oh, Sander, I'm doing all right. Had a very busy day. Very busy day. In fact, as I was saying, didn't have a chance to fire up Emerald Coast like I was thinking. Today I had a half day of work. And I figured I could have most of the afternoon to do some testing on Emerald Coast. Well, that didn't turn out so well. It didn't turn out so well. I'll tell you more about it once we get into the regular show. Yeah, I don't know. GTX is... I don't hear from him too much. I don't know how often he's on. This map is based in the Panhandle of Florida, USA. All right, let's rock and roll. We should be good to go now. Artemis, what is up? Yeah, I know zero about traffic splines. I know zero about map construction. No, it's not that. That's for sure. Although, yeah. Wicked Wolf, yes, indeed, once we get there. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Emerald Coast, the Panhandle of Florida, USA. We are very close to the release of the map. We just got some darn traffic problems to get figured out. The scourge of traffic. Today we're going to be trying to hack down a couple little things that Will wants us to test, wants us to validate. But we pretty much confirmed traffic is an issue. Unless, of course, the map goes and crashes again here in the next 5 minutes. Then something else is going on. So there was a request to show the PDA. There we have the PDA down in the lower left. If I need to bring up a bigger version, just let me know. But basically what we have here is a 4X map. That means it's going to be PC only, where the bottom 3/4 of the map is fields, multiple farms, couple kind of structured forests, and then the upper quarter of the map, well, the whole left section is forest. The whole left section is forest. Some of the forest is kind of burned out from a structured burn. We got a massive train going by the way. And then the rest of the northern section of the map, well, that is all kind of wilderness. Build your own map style to the north. I think there's 5 or 6 predefined farms on the map. Every building on every farm can be sold off. Or if you want, you can play it just how it is. Every building that you can sell on the farm, you can place back down, which is good to know. This map does have custom collectibles and quite the array of starting equipment. So new farmer mode, you start with 0 land owned. You start with a contractor building and some contracting equipment. And that is it. It is up to you to kind of make a go of it yourself. And I thought that's how we would maybe start the stream. Dang, that train. It's still going on. That's the long one. That's the long one. There's a couple of different trains that run at different times of the day. I did see that. I did see the map lost a bit more weight. Flamingo. So is everyone else, right? Patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. I'm just coming down here to get some herbicide. I think I passed my turn. I think I passed my turn off. Let's go back. There are also some hidden treats on the map. There's some dealer vehicles that you can use. There's a hidden old pickup truck that you can make use of. Heck, there might even be a sprayer somewhere. Alright, so we need to figure out which one is which. Herbicide. F for fertilizer. Schultz! What is up, sir? What is up? I will admit I did not add that other mod. It's been a crazy, hectic day. Dang, that was fast. It has been a crazy, hectic day. And I literally had maybe 5 minutes before the stream to get all this set up. So let me tell you about my crazy hectic day while we're driving over to the next field. So worked half day at home. Very nice, working half day at home. Well, last night after the stream, I noticed one of our cats, we've got a lot of cats, one of our cats was laying in the same spot I saw it in yesterday morning before I went off to the office. I thought that was weird. And I thought, you know what, I hadn't seen that cat, like, walking around at all. So I went over and checked him out and kind of had some labored breathing. I was like, oh no. Oh no. But it was late. It's like 10:30. I'm not going to be able to do anything now. Right? So the wife came in later. It's like, have you heard the cat? I'm like, yes, I've heard the cat. What are we going to do? It's like, pretty much nothing right now. We'll make an appointment in the morning. Right? So we made an appointment in the morning. It's basically, you know, you bring the cat in. So right after work, right around noon, took the cat in. And yeah. $680 later, we still don't know what is going on with the cat. Yeah. It's a lot of money to really not know much. Then, my daughter's been having some issues with her car. She's got an 04 Kia Sorento. It's got insanely low mileage on it because it was an old lady car. Well, the last couple of weeks, it's developed an oil smell, a burning oil smell. Not good. Not good. So we took that to the, she took that to the dealer. And, or not the dealer, but a repair shop that we mostly trust. And well, they're like, they were going to, they're basically going to change out some gaskets around because it looked like oil was coming out and then going down on the exhaust and making some smoke and smells and such. So they look at it yesterday and they call her up and they say, your timing belt is like incredibly loose. In fact, we don't know how it's still on. And the tensioners aren't tensioning anything. So that all needs to be fixed and we can't do that type of repair here. And I don't know how you haven't blown your engine because the belt's so loose. I would not suggest driving it anywhere. Oh, great. So, we got that to deal with. Not sure how much that's going to cost to fix. Back in March, we already put like $800 into it. And I think last summer she put a good little amount of money into it to fix the AC. Yeah. So I told her, all right, when you're off next, we'll go around and we'll just look. We'll just look at cars. Because now's not a good time to be buying a car. So I bought a car today. Yep, that's what we did. No, no, this guy, this is a trust shop we trust. In fact, they put the car all back together. Zero cost to us. Zero cost. I don't know how many hours they had actually invested in it. They're not going to charge her a penny for it. We've been going there for 15 years. With various cars. So, she calls me up at 1:45. I'm still at the vet. She's like, they cut me from work. I can go home now. But I come back at 5, right? So, there's your PDA. So I'm like, all right, fine. When I get done with this cat, we'll go around to some dealers. So, a little after 2, we start looking at dealers. She was supposed to go to work at 5:30. 5:30, I'm signing the paperwork on a new car loan. Yep. So now we got to figure out how what we're going to do to get rid of Sorrento. Because we're figuring it's probably at least $1,000 to fix stuff. I mean, they can't be scamming me. They're not going to charge me for any work. And it's like, you need to take it to some other shop because we can't do that work here. So, do I pay to get this car fixed? And then try to flip it on the used market? Mind you, it's 20 years old now. With 60,000 miles. Do I try to sell it for parts? Sell it as a non-running vehicle? And just try to get anything I can out of it. So, Optimus, what we got... That's not good. What we ended up with was a 2016 Subaru Forester Limited. It's got a little bit more mileage on it than I really want. Oh, it runs. It runs, but according to the mechanic, it runs until the timing belt flies off and the whole motor just blows up. Yeah, $1,000, but I'm gonna have to put $1,000 into it. I've already got $1,000 into it this year. That's right, Wicked Wolf, no crashing since we've turned off traffic. So we pretty much confirmed it's the traffic. I think that's causing the issue. But it's limited, so it is like, you know, the plush field. Or the plush. So I think we're going to tow it up here to the curb and just let it sit for a little bit. Take it off the insurance. It's titled. It's got registration for another several months, so we can take our time trying to get rid of it. So yeah, it's been a crazy day. Crazy day. I had to pick the cat up by 6. I had to get my son from school by 6. I was really not expecting to be picking up a car today. Oh, there will definitely be someone out by it. So, at any rate, how is everybody else's Friday been? What do you want me to test, Will? What do you need tested? Yeah, it dropped the kid off at school, work for 4 hours, spend nearly $700 on a cat that we still really don't have a resolution on, and then sign a car loan for $15,000. I don't even know why I keep going in there. You can't see it. Does see and spray work on a contracts? I can't tell. At any rate. I have no idea what a Sulka Kodak is. No snow in winter. Okay. Cannabis Grow, what's up? I didn't even have time to set up the sponsor of this video, so everybody that's a Farm Baron, you are a sponsor of this video. Thank you for being Farm Barons. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, we went to 6 different dealerships today. Went to a Kia dealership. Went to a Chevy dealership. Went to a Mitsubishi dealership. Went to a Volkswagen dealership. Went to a Honda dealership. Then we went to the Subaru dealership. And I had 2 more. 2 more possibly on the list. And really, I was just going to go look. See what was there. And hopefully show her that there really wasn't anything worth buying in the price range that she wanted. Because when we started out, I'm like, okay, $300 a month. That's it. $300 a month. So, yeah, given the price range, there really was not a whole lot to pick through. All right, well, what I'll do is... And I'll set this guy to... I wonder if you buy fertilizer, does it buy herbicide also? Indeed it does. All right. Indeed it does. If you set to buy herbicide, it buys fertilizer. Let's head over here. So one thing that CCS 101 loves to do with his maps is if you own a DLC... Oh, come on. Get me out of here. If you own DLC... Oh, it's because I don't own the place. If you own the DLC, then you may possibly have it as starting equipment. So you can see here, we've got a Kubota down here at the BGA. We also have down here at the BGA the Volvo loader from the Platinum expansion. This is what we do when we evaluate. What the heck is this? Oh, this is a house. Is it not? Yeah. This is a farmhouse. Who put the lawnmower on the roof? Was Schultz here? I think Schultz was here. Schultz was here. All the productions that are on the map can be placed down. Oh, that's new. I haven't messed really with pumps and hosiery since it was updated. Oh, it's gone. So that works pretty good. Right, I think that works pretty good. Can we change the color on that? No. Oh, I just did it. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's funny. I just put a building down over a stuff. There you go. There you go. Works pretty good. All right. Why you stopped working? Oh. So we have, right, we've got landscaping, painting. Oh my gosh, look at all these textures. This map video is going to take forever. Or are you kidding? We got it all here. We got it. We can even plant plowed ground. We got it all. Uppercase all Elvis. Indeed he did. Scooter! It will not be on console. There is not a link. And no, you can't have it. Scooter's being a little crazy. He knows it. Nuclear Salmon, welcome. Good. How you doing? Frames are good. Performance is good. Traffic is a problem still. Oh, Wicked Wolf, what happened? I didn't hear something was going on with Red Dirt Ranch. But then again, I don't keep up with the Twitch fellas. Just chillaxing? Are you chillaxing on Chilliwack? Are you chillaxing on Carpathian countryside? I don't think any maps came out today. I took a quick cursory look. 412. We grew alfalfa in Maryland. We grew alfalfa in Maryland. He is playing on Chilliwack. Good news, good news. Ah, yes. Well, I'm glad he is of sound mind and body. And I think humidity plays a big factor because you got to get alfalfa dry, but you can't get it too dry So there's a pretty narrow band in there before it kind of loses all its leaves, and you end up baling sticks. So I think humidity plays a factor there. So while it's possible to grow, it maybe isn't overly the best for harvesting and getting it to the right dryness. And I can tell you what, we baled alfalfa when it was green, a little bit too green, and those bales are heavy, very heavy, very heavy, and you want to put a lot of salt on them because you don't need them things lighting up on fire. Artemis, how is Carpathian? Well, maybe we'll get peanuts in phase 5 of year 2 season pass. I mean, they've kind of pretty much hinted on root crops, but maybe we'll get other crops, right? Maybe there's a surprise. Although I don't know how much peanut growing they do in the in Eastern Europe. Probably not a lot. Well, if you quit taking out debt, I mean, it was 500,000 when we started. Yeah. So that kind of shoots that idea down, right? How are we doing on our 56%? Sputnik is Sputnik a North American brand? Or is Sputnik Eastern European? Because if Sputnik is North American, then I don't think it really works for a phase 5 season 2 new expansion brand. Maybe for a phase 3, the big surprise, it might work for that, right? Because here we have the Gouville pack for phase 1. We still have machines through the mountains, a bonus pack, the equipment to improve productivity, but it looks like a shovel in dirt, but it has some wavy lines implying stink, so everyone thinks that means manure. And then we have the big expansion coming in the winter. So once we get these contracts done, we'll go through winter. We'll speed through the days. Too bad they don't have other crops like other grass crops like Timothy, bluegrass, orchard grass. I mean, that would be nice. 46 acres, 28 acres, and 36 acres. So at least we started with the biggest field. Trucker Jim, welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back, Trucker Jim. So other important aspects of this map, we have a big cow farm right here. Well, we have a big farm right here. Farm 3. We have a farm here at Farm 6. We have a big cow area at 4, right across the street from the farm at 3. We have a cow farm here at 5, right across the street from 6. There is an arable farm right here at 136. We have a pig area down here at 74. There is a sheep area. No. There's a horse area here at 149. There is an old abandoned farm at 162. There are chickens here at 35. And something that's interesting is all the farmhouses are separate from the farms. So you could choose to have the farmhouse adjacent to the farm itself, or you could choose to live at one of these other areas and call that your farmhouse. We also have compost. So there's compost bunkers there. There is compost production over here. There is plenty of production here in town. There are houses on the map that if you buy, they are rental properties. You will get some residual income per month in rental income. There are other houses around that you can buy and make use of as your farmhouse, wherever you want. All right, one of the key factors in this map is choice. The ability to make decisions. As I said, in all play modes, all the farms are built out. But you can sell everything, or you can sell nothing, or a subset. And everything that exists can be replaced in a different part of the farm, on a different farm, or on any farm you want to build out. Because here to the north, this is all forest. This is all forest. This part is burned out forest. Right? That's why you don't see treetops. But this part over here, remember this is a 4X map. So this is a big area. All this area up here is basically unfarmed. Just rolling grass. And you can buy those plots and build out your own farm. Right? Or you can have pre-established fields down here. There's a couple pre-established kind of structured forestry areas down here. And the area that we are down here, all the way up to like here. Like this whole area that I'm kind of outlining is in a massive floodplain. And if it rains on this map, everything below this point is flooded. Everything is flooded. There is the grain bin house. So the grain bin house is right here. So it's a grain bin. So that's kind of a little farm area. There's a grain dryer here. There's the arable farm. We have our animal dealer up here. It's custom production on the map. Yes, Gregory, there you go. Schultz has helped you out kindly. Kindly with that link. So we'll take a look at all that production when we turn around. There's no turning off the water plane, no. It only floods when it rains. A lot. So that is what we just put down. We've got carpentry, we've got a bakery, we have a spinnery, we have 1, 2, 3 large greenhouses. We have a milk bottling plant, we've got a normal dairy, grain mill, oil mill, grape area, sugar mill, compost facility, and then a sawmill that produces planks, prefab walls, wooden beams, and long planks. No, no, there's no. I mean, it's just a visual plane. There's no way in game to destroy crop. Doesn't that mod require you to, like, paint a certain layer in GE? Maybe I can make it rain. Where's the weather? That weather raining. Yeah. We'll see if we get enough rain to cause the water plane to come up. Yeah, moving a water plane isn't new. I think Samash and David Maps did that back in 19. Where are we at? 88%. would be interesting to have lightning in game, Jonathan. That is indeed a an interesting thought, right? I know we enjoy lightning at nighttime with ATS. I like to see wet ground when it rains, like the anti. So like the snow mask, except for rain. Right, so everywhere that you would see snow, if it was raining, you would have wet ground. Like in Platinum, right? In Platinum, we have water puddles and water droplets on the road. Where those water puddles are. Gregory, CCS 101 did maps. Did maps in FS. Well, I think it goes back to FS 13. Making maps. Emerald Coast for FS 17 and 19. Farming of the Emerald Coast. Coming in FS 22. Midtown USA. 4X in 19. Midtown USA in 17. And 15 maybe. There were several. 96%. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get the water to come up or not by triggering the rain. I think it has to rain a fair bit before it floods. Oh, okay. Well, you know, my gameplay experience starts with 17. Alright, we'll run over there where you are. Oh, it's done. It's done. I didn't even see it said it's done. Which bridge? Run over the little bridge. Which bridge are we talking about? This one over here? South Island, that was the it's like the South Pacific map. There's a bridge here. So that's where the water plane comes from. Then, like I said, it floods a good third of the lower part of the map. Morning, David. Good morning. Oh, I see it over here, right? So there are, here's some little tricks about the map. So we have these, right? Everything that's buyable has these signs, these real estate signs. There's Remax and Century 21 signs. And when you buy land, you can come up here and remove the sign. So for example, this plot of land here, this plot of land can be bought. Okay. It is just abandoned, right? It's got withered crop on it. You need to come in here and create fields if you're going to do anything with it. But now that we bought this, we can come up here and we can make the sign go away because, well, we own it now, right? It's not for sale. But here we have the water plane coming up. So it's kind of swampland that was made into farmland, but then has been kind of made its way back into swamp. We have a little part of the field here. It is got water in it, some trees, right? But you could buy this. Maybe you could level it. You could raise the low spot, right? You could come in here. You'd be like, you know what? I'm going to fix the flooding. I'm going to level, right? I'm going to fix the low spot. And you can see the ground is coming up. So you see we did raise the ground a bit because we still have this dip here. Now we could paint over that. Oh, that we could paint right, there we go. So now we smoothed it out. Now we have farmland, and then we still have the water here because that's lower. So you're gonna find there's areas like that here to the south, because the south is kind of swampier. So you'll find some abandoned fields that basically have withered crop on them. You can buy the land, do whatever you want with the field, right? If it has a low spot where the water comes in, you can raise it up. You create fields, and there you go to town, right? Maybe you make that into a shopping center. Uh-oh. Right? Uh-oh. Our bridge is going to be underwater soon. They filled up the culvert. Lots of roleplay possibilities on the map. Yeah, much more than just a traditional slab of farmland, right? It's about to peak. So let's make our way back over here to 15. Yeah, why don't we do that? So a lot of really what you can do on the map, the sky's your limit. We have compost on the map. We have anhydrous ammonia as a unique fill type on the map. There is propane on the map because there are some production items at the main farms that are fermenters, and I believe the fermenters they may or may not take diesel. But there are things like the grain dryer. The grain dryer definitely takes propane in order to run. You have bottled milk. There is compost. There is a compost bagging production. There are bulk buy points for all of your consumables. Logging? Ah, yeah, there's logging. There's probably 2/3 of a standard map's worth of logging in the northwest. We're going through a rather large planned forest here. To the left, there's a large planned forest Over there to the right, there's other forests that are a bit more wild in nature. So here is the chicken area I mentioned earlier. And the farm beside the chicken area can be bought. All the farmhouses are enterable. You can go into any farmhouse you want. I would dare to venture that we have probably more forestry on this map than on just about any other non-forestry centric map that's out there. Now, of course, if you have a forest centric map, then it should hopefully have more forest than this one does. But you see that off in the distance? That's all forest. That's all cuttable trees. Just wait till I get up there. You might say, that doesn't look like that much forest land. Remember, this is a 4X map. 50,000 trees. Just a few. Just a few. So this part over here to the right, well, it's been a little bit of a forest fire. A structured fire where they intentionally burn out some of the forest to keep the forest healthy and youthful, right? So we have a burned out forest. We have well forest. And if you are into forestry, and if you happen to buy this particular plot here, $58. Well, let's hope you have the Platinum expansion activated, because you get the John Deere tree harvester and the tree dragger as useful equipment. See? If you activate the map without Platinum expansion, well then, you're out of luck. That's the forest. Let's make it so we fly a little faster. Now we're going 8 times speed. So we have the town down below. Lots of cool stuff down there. Our sawmill. And then here we have the wilderness part of the map. Up here to the north. And the wilderness part of the map has several buyable plots. So you got a little bit of make your own map here. There was a sign somewhere. Down below we have, oh, over here. So over here, this is, by all rightfulness, an abandoned old junker farm. Right, we got some old junk equipment here. We've got an old barn. An old harvester in here. Some giant old dead tree. Right, Right? Just all kinds of junk. This whole rusty building. Well, you know what? If you buy this, it's all usable. Right? Those silos over there, they are functional. This barn here, it's functional. Or you could just clear it all out, sell it all, even the trash, and then build out your own little farm here, right next to all of that land. Even comes with a little tiny house. Right? You can buy this little tiny house. I mentioned rentable properties. So this is a rental property. Rental income. So if you buy this house, there's renters that give you money every hour. Or not every hour, but every month. And then there are other houses that you can buy. Like this one here by Remax. That can become your farmhouse. Right, so if you buy this, then you can suddenly decide, well, that is where I want to have my farmhouse. And somehow I managed to warp through the door there. Right, get off the door. Oh, what the? Oh, look, he's got some good taste. Got some laundry going on. Be sure to eat your Wheaties with Joe Montana. Right. So we have a horse area. Horse area there. Uh-oh, we got flooding. We got flooding, people. Oh, no, that's a lake. Huh. Here we have the, oh yeah, the pimp house. What do you think goes on in there, everybody? Yeah, this is a buyable property. This is buyable property. What's it say? F. Does it say F or E? I don't know. So here we have one of the farms. One of the farms that we can buy. And again, everything can be sold or kept. Got a large cow area there. Got another large cow area here. We have a second farm over here. That is the sell point. We got a pig farm over this way. Oh, now we have flooding. We're getting our flooding. Oh, it's been flooded. Poor pig farm's been flooded. All these fields are flooded. Just barely. Here we have the compost facility. We'll head over here to a, so we got the chicken area. All right, we have the chicken area. And this is the edge of the flood. Our animal dealer. Luckily, they think the cows are in the dry. At this point, the ground goes up a little bit. So we have an arable farm here. We have a grain dryer here. We have a farm and silo here. So we have the silo farmhouse and a working silo there. And then we have the little town over there. The tank is empty. The tank is not empty. All right, let's go. Let's go here. Let's make it winter time. See if we get snow on the ground. Oh, let's do this. Let's just do this. We don't need to sleep. We can just do this. I feel like I'm part of the time machine. There's empty plots in town, or you can put down additional production items. We have various lights around, different colored lights. On the street lights. This is a pallet warehouse where you can store stuff. I think you need to buy it before you can go inside it. But it's not like an auto load warehouse. It's literally you put pallets in there and stack them up. Over here we have a really cool visitor center. There's an indoor play area. Yeah, the Florida heat. So let's see if we get any snow this winter. It may not be representative of every winter, but and in Florida we have some trees that don't drop their leaves, other trees do. At least we had that on the other Emerald Coasts. Well, rain in December is good. No snow. See what's the weather? 41. So, well, it looks like we have pretty much no snow, which is good to see. And then something. Down here at the dealer. Right? Some of these tractors can be actually used. Like this one. And then we have this one. And then we have this one with the baler. So the John Deere shop is so busy. They have not just one maintenance trigger, but they actually have 2 maintenance triggers. They even have a plush waiting area. Oh, I forgot. We can also use this one. And apparently this is a photo of Mr. John Deere himself. And then as far as starting equipment, we've got some John Deere stuff up here at the agricultural shed, or at the contractor yard. Spider-Man Gamer, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. We're hot on the heels of, I think, 43,000 subscribers. Less than 100 away. Get back to farming. So really all we've got to figure out is this darn traffic. Is there a way to back up the splines? Delete each spline and then add one in. Test the map with that one spline. Then add another spline in. Test the map with another spline. And then you'll find the one that's not working. Oh, David, okay. Hot on the heels of 44K. I tell you what, I mean, I know it's 40 something and I don't I don't live and die by sub counts. I don't live and die by view counts. Right? It's like 100. Dang. Maybe there's too many. Maybe the game chokes. Well, I'm of no use in trying to troubleshoot it. Rather than I can tell you, we had 3 consecutive crashes within 15 minutes, and then we turned traffic off, and we've been good for an hour and 20. So, yeah, there's something with the traffic. I don't know if anybody makes any sort of traffic troubleshooting scripts. So you can go back and check out the pre-show. I started to save like right before I said go live for the second crash from the first crash, and then you can see how long it went into the pre-show for before the third crash. And then we basically called it there. You pass by 5 Kubota dealers every night? Is that on your run? I don't know if we have. I don't think I've got a Kubota dealer around here. At the farm show, I saw Coyote. That was new to me, that brand. And since then, I have seen a Coyote banner at our local farm dealer, which is a New Holland dealer. I mean, I've seen Kubota dealers in my travels, but I don't think we have any local. Lots of folks turn traffic off, I know. Right? Their complete lack of slowing down, their complete lack of caring about you can be awful annoying. But then there's others that really want that traffic, need that traffic to give the map some sense of life to it. So it kind of works both ways. You never see any New Holland equipment. What? What? Trucker Jim, we're local. We are local. That's why you don't see down in the lower right corner anything with respect to ping time back to the server. It's also why you don't see the multiplayer barn here in the menus. Right? Because you don't get this stats screen on a server. We are local. Nope. 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 Traffic is definitely not off in multiplayer by default. Lots of collisions on signs are off by default. Yeah. Boomada. What's boomda? What's up? Now we did do a lot of our pre-release testing earlier on multiplayer, but today we fired it up in just single player. Because I knew we wanted to test traffic out. So once we buy the farmland, you can see there's 1, 2, 3 fermenting silos, chaff or grass into silage. We have the compost master that will take straw, grass, hay, chaff, sugar beet, potato, or sugar cane and convert that into pre-compost. We then take the pre-compost down to the compost specific bunkers. We put it in there, we compact it, we cover it, we let it cook. Turns into compost. We have a BGA power plant. We have a corn and soybean dryer that takes propane. And we have some 2 small greenhouses, which are over at the pig area. As far as animals go, we have 3 small chicken coops. We've got the cow barn with feeding robot, a cow pasture, pigsty, and a horse barn. We do have custom collectibles. In fact, I'll show you where one of them is. One of them are. In fact, show you also what one of them looks like. Look at this. That is a custom collectible. There are wooden toys. John Deere tractors. There's John Deere mower. There's a disc. There is a couple other things. Maybe it's a John Deere baler. There is a massive gold nugget somewhere hidden on the map. That will give you lots and lots of money. I'm sure it will crash on the server. We could upload it and find out, but I'm pretty sure it would. Anybody got big plans for Memorial Day? I know it is still, I guess, technically 2 weeks away. Today we had our last fact sheet Friday drop. We had the Kloss tractor and the Massey Ferguson Kloss harvester, sorry, the Massey Ferguson tractor coming out Tuesday. Farm Sim Mobile 23, iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. Once it releases, those that did pick it up, I'd love to hear your all's thoughts and comments on what you all think of it. Especially if you have been playing Farm Sim Mobile 20 on your Android or iOS device. But then I'm hoping that starting next Friday, we'll have information about the second hack of the Season 2 pass. Still a little early, but I think they're calling for rain on Memorial Day here. We should be nearly done. Oh my gosh. I went and bought all the fields, so of course we're done. There's some more contracts. We bought all the fields. Duh. BFG, this map is not on console. Sorry. It is a 4X map. And as such, it will only play on PC. The edition has not yet been released. Well, it doesn't always rain everywhere on Memorial Day. But you do have a pretty good point. It probably rains somewhere on every Memorial Day. I think this is a fun sell point because, right, we've got these silos. One of them's kind of tipped over on its side. Got some old grain augers. But here we have the buy point for anhydrous. And then if we wanted to, we could put anhydrous down. Rabbit Rob, what is up? How's it hanging, sir? So we have 300 cows in that pen. We have 200 cows in that pasture. Oh, it's flooded up here again. 80 pigs there. Do I have... Why is that turned off? Three chicken coops. 50 chickens apiece. 1, 2, and 3. We have the horse area. 10 horses. And that should be all the animals. Head on down to Charlie's Repair and Equipment. Get your equipment repaired for dirt cheap. All you gotta do is worry about a little bit of flooding. Just some minor flooding. If Charlie's good enough for the good old boys, he's good enough for you. Bring all your stuff down here. Charlie's Used Equipment and Repair. And you know what? If you find yourself in a pinch and you need a vehicle, well, Charlie's got you covered. Because down here at Charlie's Used Equipment and Repair, we have an extremely affordable and reliable old Chevy pickup truck. Just waiting for you to use. You know, I would... 4070, what, has 12 gigs? So the 4070 has 12 gigs. The 4060 Ti was just announced. It's going to come out with 8 gigs and a 16 gig variant. The 16 gig variant is going to be in July. The 8 gig variant is coming next week, I think. I wouldn't buy any video card less than with 8 gigs or less of memory at this point. right? The some of the AMD cards are priced pretty good. Price to performance. I would really like to see how the 4060 Ti performs compared to the 4070 at the price point, given the amount of memory that it's going to have at 16 gigs. But the downside is the memory is running at half the bus. But the upside is it's got more cache on board. So, you know, you trade off bus speed for cache. But it's going to be kind of interesting when they do the comparatives on where the two stack up. So you've got the arable farm. Big silo complex. Some sheds. I guess we can't open the shed till we go inside. Are you looking at one that looks like a... It's like an anime? Are you going for the anime one? Or the one that looks like a cute little cat? I'm glad these businesses are a little higher than the ground around them. And then we have our, that said, our farmhouses are all farmhouses we can go into. They're all separate of the farmland or the farms that they belong to. So, for example, this farmhouse and garage are on separate property. Then the garage, or then the farm next to it, which is on a different property than the horse, or not the horse, but the cow pasture next to it. I mean, the interesting thing with the 4060 is it's priced at the same point as the 3060, which was priced at the same point for the 2060. So at least we're keeping the same class of card at the same price. Now this is an arable NPC farm, so this is not a viable farm. So what's notable about this area is we got animated chickens, and I think at different times of the year there's different stuff over here, as if the guy's building something out. Alphatron, I would say go check Gamers Nexus. Much more in depth spec. Much more in depth. We got our bakery. We have our empty plot. We have our contractor building. Oh man. Big John's Welding and Fabrication. Looks like your Ford dropped the tire, dude. Man, dropped the bumper. Man, that's terrible. Should have bought a Chevy. Might be all rusted to here and gone, but you know what? She runs. It's all gonna come down to performance. But what we've already seen is a lot of current titles choke your card with just 8 gigs of memory because of the textures. So if you're buying a card for today and only today, 8 gigs was barely enough. If you buy and invest a card for the next several years, 8 gigs is proven to not be enough. Because modern consoles, PS5, Xbox One X, or Xbox Series X, have basically 16 gigs of a shared memory between the system and the GPU. So game designers are building out games expecting to make use of 12 to 14 gigs of memory for textures and such. So by the time those games come to PC, those 8 gig cards are starting to choke. So we have our buy point for our propane here. And this is another fun area. So down here at the U-Haul, Jay's Trailers Incorporated. Well, if you're in a pinch, you can borrow this Kubota and make use of it. But you can also come down here to Jay's Trailers Inc. and well, rent yourself up some trailers. Jay's got some Bachman trailers. He's even got a couple around the back that are of use. Feel free to hitch up any of those and make use of them. I mean, yes, the other day I was playing Jedi Fallen Order. And I had the overlay up. And that was using 9 gigs of video memory. Running 1080p Ultra. So the laptop I was using has a 12 gig AMD card in it. So it was running 140, 120 frames. Rocking it out pretty good. But it had over 9 gigs of video used up. And that game's a couple years old. Got another buildable area there. We have our dairy. We have our bottling plant for our bottled milk. In fact, when I was buying that laptop, I was looking for something that had more than 8 gigs of video memory, and without having to go crazy expensive, really had to go to AMD. Here we can palletize our bags of compost. Dwayne, what's up? We turned off traffic because it's crashing. The map is crashing with traffic turned on. Now, if it's not crashing for you with traffic turned on, we might want to talk. Or Will might want to talk with you. Back here we have some greenhouses. Oh. I think, quite frankly, until it's independently reviewed, I would call that still speculation. Yeah, indeed. A larger local cache can make up for some. But is it really going to make up for 8+ gigs of textures being swapped out and about? I mean, that's where a lot of the stuttering has come from with the Hogwarts Legacy stuff, with the new Jedi game. Kind of busy. Kind of what? Roll back to the start of the stream. I'll tell you about my day. Kind of busy. Yep, we'll have to wait till July to be able to see how the 8 gig card stacks up to the 16 gig card, stacked up against the 4070. Stacked up against the 3060. Here we have the grain dryer, propane, corn and soybeans. And then these are usable grain bins. And then around the back we have a grain bin farmhouse and another usable grain bin and its own viable property. Yeah, traffic is still problematic. What'll be interesting to see is how the 4060 Ti at 16 gigs in July with a slower memory bus, but the more cache, performs compared to the 4070 12 gig with smaller cache but a faster memory bus. Right? So we have our grapes, we have our olive oils, we have our flour mill. We've been down here to buy herbicide and fertilizer. It's been raining, so this whole area is flooded. But another kind of open area you can buy and put down your own stuff. Charlie's Repair, that's where we got this truck from. Here we have a grain sell point, as well as I think they buy some palletized production stuff. No, that's across the railroad tracks. So we have working signals here at the railroad tracks. Real gas prices. Now they don't change. But we have real gas prices. So we have our stone crusher over there. You know, like an exports sell point. Peter Games, what's up? How's it go? Here we have our biomass heating plant, and we built that out at the start of the stream, just making sure we could sell everything down at the old BGA. Alright guys, I think what we're going to do is call the evening there. We know we still have some traffic issues to work out on the map. And I think once those traffic issues have been worked out, things can be released to the wild. So keep an eye on the channel. You know when things are going to release when the map video drops. That means it is released. The link will be in the description. It's going to be released over at itch.io. The site is in the works. Alien Jim is here, and of course, it's the end of the day. End of our night. I want to thank you for coming out. Alien Jim, I've got a question right here. There was a gentleman in chat a couple days ago asking me if I was going to do any sort of map video on the 16x version of No Man's Land and Western Wilds. I said, what? I don't think there's such a thing. At least not officially, not properly. Here we got a couple of small greenhouses. I just wanted to confer with you that is indeed the case. Any 16x variants of those two maps is in their entirety wholly unauthorized. Yeah, I don't know where they are. I don't know. I have no clue where they are. But they seem to be out there. So if you didn't know, I hate to be the bearer of that news. But clearly they're not sanctioned by the creator. I'll leave you with that bombshell. Till next time, happy farming.